My fellow Jamaicans home and abroad, today many people across the world welcome a new year of hope, expectation, anticipation, and success. As Jamaicans, we have traditional ways in which we welcome a new year, which includes attending the annual Watch Night service in our community that takes place every year on the last night of the closing year. This provides the opportunity for Christians to review the year that has passed and make confession, and then prepare for the year ahead by praying and resolving. The services often include singing, praying, exhorting, preaching, and Holy Communion. Attending the fireworks display in Ocean Boulevard in downtown Kingston to watch this once yearly spectacle. Approximately 250,000 people from far and near gathered at the harbour to witness the proceedings of the event, but has not been active since the start of the pandemic, making New Year's resolutions that we intend to keep, which are designed to improve our quality of life and health. But sometimes the most focused resolutions are kept, and spending time with family and friends by going to the beach, which is crowded on New Year's Day, since this is a traditional pastime for many. Visiting family and friends on New Year's Day, filled with laughter and joy, and those who are overseas are brought closer by phone calls, texts, and memes supplied in abundance on the internet. There are many ways in which we welcome and celebrate a new year, but we cannot celebrate the new year in the quite usual way. We have been in the pandemic for 1 year. If the pandemic continues into March, it will be 2 years since we are in this health crisis. In this pandemic, when connecting with family and friends, virtual is the option to communicate with. Sometimes it may cause difficulties when connecting, but in this time we need to connect with family and friends. The pandemic has caused us to have depression, anxiety, and frustration. During the pandemic, we have seen many Jamaicans gone into financial turbulence. That effect has caused Jamaicans to be unable to purchase the necessities that are so required. During the pandemic, we have lost over 2,000 persons who have died due to COVID-19, and I express my deepest sympathy to their loved ones. Over our country's COVID cases total is over 93,000 cases, and our positivity rate is over 25%. It is quite at its lowest, but I urge Jamaicans to to take personal responsibility. I again urge Jamaicans to wear their mask, keep their social distance, sanitize, and to stay at home when necessary. Follow the guidelines and protocols of the government and to take the vaccine. If you take the vaccine, you will lower the risk of being vulnerable to COVID and lower the risk of hospitalization. Over 500,000 Jamaicans have been vaccinated against COVID-19. I also urge Jamaicans to get educated about the vaccine, and when vaccines and boosters are available in your local health center or in your area, go get the jab. And let us not spread information that is irrelevant and false about the vaccine and the pandemic. We have seen a lot of hesitation and frustration when making the right choice for our health and how we should conduct ourselves in this pandemic. We have learned that all schools island-wide have been given the go-ahead to have resumption of face-to-face teaching. Despite the surge of the Omicron variant, I urge each school's administration to thoroughly and properly maintain the guidelines and protocols of the government, and so that face-to-face teaching is safe and secure. But in this pandemic, we have seen crime and violence reaching its climax. We have seen the killing of children, adults, and the elderly. Farmers and people in the public sector and private sector have also been affected by it. Last year, our murder tally has surpassed the 1,400 mark. That means over 1,000 persons have died due to this bloodletting loss of life. Let us end all forms of crime and violence so that this year we will see the decrease in numbers of crime and violence, and Jamaica will be friendly and peaceful. I again urge Jamaicans to preserve and protect our environment. Let us not slash and burn, pollute, and destroy our rich green environment. We must protect our environment and our endangered species for future generations. In our National Development Plan made by the Government of Jamaica for the year 2030, I believe we can achieve all goals, and Jamaica will be the place to live, work, raise family, and to do business. We must continue in this year to fulfill and work to make Jamaica a better country. This year, we look forward to many occasions this year, 2022. This month, Jamaicans will see their first Chief of Defense Staff, Commodore Antoinette Gorman. She is serving in the Jamaica Defense Force for 29 years. Commodore Antoinette Gorman will succeed Lieutenant General Rocky Meade as Chief of Defense Staff, who is retiring after 37 meritorious years of service in the military. I wish him a wonderful retirement. On February 6th of this year, Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II will celebrate her 70th accession to the throne since her father's death in 1952. She will celebrate her Platinum Jubilee. If she is still alive, she will reign longer than any British monarch before her has held. This year, on August 6th, our country will celebrate our 60th anniversary of independence since 1962. Various activities and events will take place to mark our Diamond Jubilee. Sports, cultural, and numerous events will be recognized and be celebrated. This year, my family will celebrate various occasions. Today, my mother, who committed herself to God and the teachings of Jesus Christ, is celebrating her third anniversary of baptism, which she calls her second birthday. This year, my nephew will also celebrate his first birthday. Many occasions will be celebrated this year personally, nationally, and internationally. But in doing so, we must reflect on the year that has passed and now look to the future in this year. We must thank God Almighty for carrying us through last year 2021. I thank all frontline servicemen and women for serving the people of Jamaica. We now embark on a new year. We must be resolute and vigilant in this uncertain time. We must have joy and happiness in our mind and heart, and we must vividly remember that better days are ahead. My family joins me in wishing you a happy and prosperous new year. May God bless you, and may God bless Jamaica land we love. Welcome 2022.